Did you know that you're only supposed to go for on-ball steals when you have 2 or 3 adrenaline? This is because when you have 1 or less adrenaline bars, it's almost impossible to get an on-ball steal. This is just one tip that will help you become a better 2K player, and I have 10 more to share with you guys. I understand that you guys love to watch the best of the best play each other. Well, what if I told you there was a way to make money while you watch them play? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, let me introduce you to today's video sponsor, 1v1me. Now, I've played on 1v1me myself and helped my stakers win over 157K. 1v1me lets you stake on some of the best 2K players in the world, and if they win, you make money. They've already paid out over $62 million, and payouts go straight to your PayPal account. The platform is packed with non-stop action from NBA 2K to Madden and beyond. One of the best things about 1v1me is how they break down their matchups. You can see the player stats, their records, how much their stakers have won, and of course, the odds and the potential payouts. Quickster is currently ranked number 3, and these are good odds. So if I was to stake $50, I could potentially win 113. With over 175 matches a week, there's always something to stake on. If you're ready to get started, head to 1v1.me/Dirk and use code Dirk to get $10 added to your first stake. The offer is only around for a limited time, so grab your phone, download 1v1me, and let's get you in onto the action. To use 1v1me, you gotta be at least 18 years old. Please play responsibly. Thank you to 1v1me for sponsoring today's video. The reason why it's almost impossible to get an on-ball steal with 1 or less adrenaline bars is because of the reach animations themselves. Look at the reach animation at 3 adrenaline, 2 adrenaline, and now look at 1 and none. It's dramatically worse. But with more testing, I realized that if someone is dribbling standing still, it's actually impossible to get a pluck animation steal. The only way is to get a bump animation like this. And I actually reached out to some of the best locks in the world, and they said majority of their steals are when they bump the ball out with their body or their arm. It's not as common to get actual steal animations compared to bumps. Wait, Dirk, but doesn't that contradict what you said about the adrenaline? No, it does not, because the adrenaline is going to increase your chances of getting a pluck animation, and because you get better animations the higher the adrenaline, you have greater odds of bumping the ball. Now, there is one exception. If you're running and you go for the blitz steal with no adrenaline, there is a chance you can get a good reach animation, but overall it's still better to reach with at least 2 adrenaline. So when's the best time to reach? The best time to reach is when they are dribbling the ball right in front of you, or to try to predict which way they're going to dribble and blitz and reach that ball hand to where your body or your arm can bump it out. Wait, I almost forgot. I'm gonna be doing VC giveaways in almost every video now, so to enter, comment the word GOAT and drop a like on the video. I'm about to put y'all on with tip number 2. This is the standing dunk cheese. In all of these clips, I am on a 6'2" guard with a 45 standing dunk. This is very broken, this is very OP, and this is what I do every time I am attacking the basket unless I have a wide open dunk. Why do I do this every time I go to the basket? Because there is a 0.01% chance that it's gonna get blocked, and there's a very, very small chance that you're gonna get taken out of the animation. It is way safer and way smarter than doing a normal driving dunk. Before I explain how to do it, I want to emphasize that every time you go to the basket, I want you to do this. It is way smarter and way safer. Also, you need at least a 40 standing dunk, and make sure you equip this dunk package. So all you're doing is you're holding your right trigger the whole time. You have to be running. If you are not running at the basket, this will not work. And right before you get under the basket, you're going to continue to hold up on your left stick and then just hold down X or square. It's really that easy. So right when you're about to be under the basket, like right before that, that's when you're going to go up. You're gonna hold the right trigger the whole time. You're gonna push up on your left stick the whole time, and then hold X or square depending on your console. Go into your MyCourt and practice this right now. It is a super elite move, and all of the best players in the world are doing it. Tip number 3 is to shoot your crabs and how to get your defender into a crab. If you do not know what a crab is, it's when your defender gets stuck behind you and you shoot the ball. This is elite because it's impossible for the defender to get a contest even if they jump. Okay, so first things first. If the defender is behind you and they're stuck behind you, shoot the ball. It's going to be open or wide open, okay? Next, the easiest way to get your defender into a crab is spamming left to right while holding the right trigger on your right stick, and you'll get this big like cross hop animation and the defender can get stuck behind you. But what I like to do is add the Devin Booker aggressive breakdown to this, and as you can see, it's that little move right there that like pushes me forward a little bit, and this can actually glitch you through the defender and they'll get stuck behind you. To dumb down everything that I just said, you're gonna hold down your right trigger when the defender is somewhat close to you. Flick right or left on your right stick. As soon as they get a little bit on your hip to where like they're not directly in front of you, flick up on your right stick to activate the Devin Booker aggressive breakdown while holding the right trigger still, and most of the time you're gonna get in front of them, and if you do get in front of them, shoot the ball. Tip number 4 is dexing and how to dex. Dexing has been in 2K for years. I think it started in 2K17, maybe 18, but it's been in the game for a while, and it is still a very effective way to get open and get easy buckets. To dex is very easy. You're running one way, you're holding your right trigger, then you're going to let go of your right trigger, push and hold the left stick to the opposite direction that you want to go, and then press and hold your right trigger again. That is literally how you dex. But the best times to do it, in my opinion, is one off of a defensive rebound. The defender is just foaming out the mouth trying to get that lane steal. Run one way and pretend that you're gonna keep going for the pass, and then just dex back the other way and just watch how many times they reach. You're gonna be wide open a lot more than you think. The other time I like to dex is off of the inbound. I will pretend like I'm gonna run all the way through to the other side, and then I'll just dex back to the right or the left, and I'll get a wide open 3, or they're gonna be out of position and I'll have an easy lane to the basket. Tip number 5. As long as you are between your man and the basket, you are only going to play hands up defense. You are never going to jump. Never. Now, I know with your right stick up, the game will actually make you sometimes auto jump, even though you don't want to do that. According to Mike Wang, to stop this, you have to hold your right stick down to play hands up defense. I'm gonna have to disagree on that because the right stick up is just way better as far as getting contests, and if I have bad luck and I get the auto jump, I will just live with it. So anytime they are driving towards the basket and I'm pretty sure they're gonna go up with it, I'm gonna hold up my right stick. But in situations like this where he's dead and he can't go anywhere but up with the ball, that's the only time I will hold down on my right stick to avoid the auto jump. But wait, Dirk, when am I supposed to jump then? The only time you are going to jump is when you are clearly beaten by your man. You are 100% beat and you cannot get in front of them. That is the only time I want you to jump. Tip number 6, watch my teammate. See how he got launched out to the 3-point line? This is called the slip pop. To do this is very easy. What's hard is the timing. If you're the popper in this situation, you're gonna pretend you're rolling or slipping and then tap the right trigger and angle your left stick back to where you want to go on the 3-point line. And if the guard passes it at the right time, it's going to launch you back out. If the guard doesn't pass it at the right time, it's just going to give you a decent animation and not the good one. Let's slow this down. As soon as I see or think that my big is about to start moving backwards, that is when I throw the pass and it'll give you the best animation. You can't slip pop if you don't know how to slip. All you're gonna do is fake the screen. You're not really ever gonna set it, and you're just going to run straight to the basket. And a lot of people like to play sides, or they like to hedge, or they like to switch, and that's the best time to throw in a slip. Tip number 7 is how to quick stop and set your feet. This is very important, so please learn this. If you can't do this, you're gonna be at a massive disadvantage because you're gonna have to wait super long to shoot the ball, and it's gonna give the defender tons of time to recover and contest your shot. And if you don't know how to do this, you will also accidentally fade a ton. So here is how you do it. While you're running or after you hit a dribble move, you're holding your right trigger the entire time. I would hope so anyway. And when you're ready to shoot, you're gonna let go of everything, including the right trigger and your left stick, and then you're gonna flick up on your right stick and then hold the shoot button. That is literally it. But all of that is happening pretty fast, so I really recommend going in the my court and practicing it. It's gonna take you a little bit to get used to it. It's all about the timing, but once you do understand it and you do know how to use it properly, you're gonna be thanking me. Tip number 8, the amount of people who do not do this that I play is actually mind-boggling. Okay, so listen up. Anytime I am on defense and I see that there is a 90% chance that my center is going to get the rebound, I am out. I am running on the fast break. I am going to get free buckets any opportunity I can. All of the top players do this, and look, bro, I'm gone. I'm off to the races. This also goes for when you guys shoot the ball on offense. If you, as the point guard or the lock, whatever, whoever doesn't shoot the ball should be getting back on defense to guard the cherry picking. The center on offense is the only one who should ever crash. That is it. Everybody else should get back for defense. In specific situations, if there's a free offensive rebound that you know you're going to get, obviously go and get it. But in any situation where you're not positive, always just get back on defense because you do not want to give up free points. Tip number 9, a very easy mistake that so many players make, but it is so important, you guys. Please do this. It is icon passing. Always pass with your icons. The amount of times, even me, when I don't icon pass, it's so frustrating when I throw it to the wrong person or if I throw a turnover. I am mainly a twos player, so I never had to icon. But now that I'm starting to play other game modes, 3s and 5s, I'm forced to do it, and you need to do it. You don't even have to wait until the icons come up. Keep that in mind. For example, I'm gonna pass here to RBX. I'm just immediately gonna hit RBX without waiting for it visually to pop up. You obviously want to get the ball there as fast as you can. Make sure you know your teammates' icons, so as soon as they're open, you can just RBX it, RBB it, RBY it, whatever. All right, for tip number 10, before I tell you what it is, I have an assignment for you guys because this goes with the tip. Go watch any best of the best Pro-Am team play, and you will notice how much they communicate. That is tip number 10. Communication is so important when it comes to 2K. The more you talk on offense and defense, the better your chances of winning. Calling out screens, cuts, going under the screen, going over the screen, calling plays, calling back doors, rotations, switches, whatever. It's so important. You need to talk on 2K. If you want more pro tips to turn you into a god, watch that video on screen. You will not regret it, I promise you. Drop a like if you enjoyed this one. Get it to 1,000 likes. I'd really appreciate it. Have a good day. Go out.